25.
We will get this one underway at the end of the bull-off, which could be crucial. But this is a bright start for both players. Adam Gavlas
Outside.
and Nathan Aspinall are in the other semi-final. That is with Dan McCarthy and Abby Davies on the other streaming platform. And the final today will be on this
25,
board
it's Michael to throw
at
first.
the end of the semis. It's going to be Michael to throw first. And let's get straight into it, shall we? Both have played well today, and that will be talked about in due course.
180.
But if Michael keeps doing that, he's going to keep up a record against James on the floor, which is quite surprising. 16 meetings, 12 wins for Michael
60.
van Gerwen, including the last 11. James has not beaten Michael in this setting since 2014.
99.
And that was after he'd won 4 of the first 5 meetings on the floor. But since then, Van Gerwen has owned the machine in this
140.
setting. In their careers, they've had to prioritize other things
140.
over Players' Championships. Things like Premier League, World Series events. But this
81.
event is getting full priority today because they'd like to start the year with a win. Tops for Michael.
Game shot.
He's in the zone, and this is the kind of form we saw from him in the Middle East just a matter of weeks ago.
81.
When you consider their semi-final records in Players' Championships, it's actually quite similar. I know that James has been around a little bit longer,
120.
but their win percentages are only 3% apart. 68 semi-finals for Michael, 47 wins for 69%. James Wade's 64 semi-finals
100.
and 42 wins for 66%. So over their careers, they're around about the 2/3 win ratio mark, which is incredibly impressive.
41.
58 Players' Championship titles between them. That is barely believable.
100.
But considering how heavyweight they've been in their careers and how long they've been around, it makes sense.
134.
Coming into the semis, James was averaging the least.
60.
But hands up anyone who is surprised by that. 91.38 for the day.
98.
That means nothing to James, which means it doesn't mean anything coming into the Final Four. He's given Michael a shot for 2-0
55.
in a race to 7. He doesn't get a shot at tops.
52.
Now James should have been further south than this, but the shot's still on. Bullseye.
79.
Can't save it. It's been a bit erratic over the last couple of visits.
78, sorry.
It is double top eventually for MVG.
$36.
A big exhale from Michael, as if to say, why have I squandered that chance? You never know, he might get another one.
Game shot.
But against James, it is a very thin hope. Now, last time they made semi-finals in this setting on the floor, they both won the tournament. For Michael, it was back in Players' Championship 27 at the back end of 2024. Yes.
98.
Not last year, the year before. That was the last time he was in a semi-final. Would beat Gezi
100.
Price in the final of PC 27. That was shortly after he'd won in Hungary. after a little bit of a drought on the European Tour.
92.
As for James, Players Championship 19 last year. His sole tournament win of 2025.
180.
That was the last time he was in the Final Four of a PC. He did make the finals of the UK Open and the match play, of course.
134. 89.
Tidy enough from Michael. Sets up double 16 for a 2-1 lead, which could have been darts for a 3-0 lead had he been more accurate at the back end of leg 2.
60. Game shot.
Very well hit. He knows more than anybody that if you leave Wade on 100 and something else, anything between 101 and 120, you're running a very big
60.
risk of losing the leg. We have seen Michael on this streaming platform a little bit earlier on. We haven't seen James, though.
135.
Wins over Karel Sedlacek, Alexander Merckx. Both of those by 6 legs to 5.
100.
Then a bit of a rampant performance against Jeffrey de Graaf. Wasn't a classic, but then beat his old foe Mensah Suljovic, and then in 11 legs took out Joe Cullen.
60.
That's why he's here in the semi-finals now.
$54.
We had Michael on this stream with Connor Scott in the board final. That was when he was just starting to click into gear. And he would keep it going
99.
against former WDF World Champion Shane McGurk in the next round. Similar sort of average of about 102. And then broke the heart of Jack Tweddle in the
24.
quarterfinals, stopping the run of the ADC Global Champion here without a tour card.
93.
Feels like these two are just sparring around each other in the first half of this semi.
95.
Yet to see anything really spectacular. That could change.
94.
How far could Michael be in front? The answer is he could have won every leg.
100.
It's not a
No
third
score.
dart conversion this time. And now he does run the risk of losing this one. Double 10 for Wade.
Game shot.
Is he seen as the best double 10 hitter in the world? Right now, very doubtful. There are others who have taken his crown. But right there, he does remind you that
140.
he's still rather useful at it. I
140.
remember a few years ago, Michael was asked about Humphreys coming through, De Decker and Littler,
134.
and other players like that. Are they your newest, biggest rivalries? Do they make you worry about your career, about games that you can win and lose?
84.
And his categorical answer was, they don't get my juices flowing in a nervous way,
57.
the same way that Barneveld did, Taylor did, Anderson did. And in that same vein, he was talking about Wade.
140.
They've met in some incredible matches, including that ridiculous semi-final at the Palace, where
58.
Michael had 17 perfect darts. 137's on. And it's double 10 again.
Game shot.
He's got it again. It's vintage Wade. After a sketchy start, he's taken the lead. A little bit of brilliance as well. Typical Wade. 68 out, 137 out, both on double 10.
135.
You will not be surprised to hear he's got the lesser average of about 88. This is just what he does.
96.
And sometimes in these semi-finals, you've got to be a little bit patient with the slightly longer format. And Nathan Aspinall's going to have to use those qualities as well against Adam Gavlas. He's currently 2-1 down to the check
140.
on stream number 2 with Abby and Dan.
180.
Van Gerwen looking to hit back.
What's that?
40.
Well, James, you shouldn't have been going for the 20s, should you?
59.
I think he's realised it now. If you're on 266 and you hit a big 20, then you switch. You don't switch on dart 3.
58. $94. 102.
He's not going to win this leg on double 10, is he? Absolutely not. But he is going to win the leg at the same height on the board. He's made his move, and now Michael's got to react.
100.
Like I said, it's their 73rd meeting. They've been playing darts against each other for nearly
30.
20 years. One draw in Premier League darts. 51 wins for Michael. 20 for James.
58.
That is very unlike Michael van Gerwen to leave 3-4-3. Shouldn't make a massive amount of
125.
difference in this leg. But that's not the kind of thing he used to do.
96.
He was the original player that would leave the number after 6, where you could always hit a big score and leave a finish.
123.
We have over the last couple of years seen Michael leaving a few more bogey numbers, both in the mid-300s and in the mid-200s.
134.
Consequently, leaving bogey numbers in the 100s.
$96.
There's a big moment coming up now. If this doesn't go, it could be 5-2.
81.
He's hit his last 3 doubles.
Game shot.
Well, well, well. To say this is vintage is an understatement. This is borderline galactic. He doesn't need the biggest average, he just needs chances. And in the case of this semi-final,
85.
he needs 1 dart at a double.
$86.
If you've played James Wade enough, you know this is one of those occasions where if you get a shot and you miss it, you are running the risk of losing that leg.
57.
And you're more likely to see him hit than miss.
$140.
Which means from here, Michael needs 5 legs at the loss of only 1.
134. 140.
He's going to need a barrage of those to survive this scare. But is it really a scare? This is more of a coin flip game, isn't it?
140.
Used to be. Van Gerwen was the heavy favourite.
97.
Maybe this is more of a 50-50 between these two.
What's that, 6?
Yes.
For the first time in 10 years.
Yes.
At least 79. And this time he doesn't get a dart at a double, so Michael can't stop
45.
him.
No score.
My word. The first two were close. Double five.
35.
Well, after being perfect for 4 legs. Wade fails.
Game shot.
Words will fail him. And he's let that one slip. It might be February, but Michael thinks it's Christmas. This is
140.
very encouraging from Michael. I know he hasn't found his best game here on the streaming platform right now. But some of the games that we've seen from him today
140.
on the floor, it's definitely better than 2025. That's all you can ask of yourself. To be just a little bit better.
140.
Things are locked in the other semi-final. It's 3-3 between Aspinall and Gavlas.
140.
That's still a pick-em game. It was always going to be slower than this one. This is a much faster pace.
140.
We're going to reach that critical point again.
180.
If Michael doesn't take this out, Wade's sitting on something easier. Bullseye. Didn't like that one bit.
39.
Wade likes this, usually. Can he get it right this time? He's missed his last 5
21.
darts at a double after hitting his previous 4. Michael's getting fortunate and running with it. It's now 5-4. What must Wade be thinking? He could have had this won by now.
140.
Some people and some dart players think, yes, I've missed a couple of darts at double. Makes it exciting.
134.
But you don't want games to be exciting. You want them to be over. With you playing one more match in your future today.
57.
What could have been a game that was drama at about 10% is now drama more around about the 60% mark.
93.
What Van Gerwen's going to think as well is if Wade starts
100.
missing doubles, there's no guarantee he's going to hit any more. He could still win this semi-final by 7 legs to 5.
99.
We're not seeing the same board management and creativity from Van Gerwen that we get from
100.
some of the young stars these days, like Crabtree and Scott and Bates and Littler. From 274, they would have used a slightly different route to get to a finish.
76.
And that lack of creativity might just cost him. Wade's favourite finish is not going to be found this time.
48.
But if 99 red balloons are popped, we're tied. Pop
Game
goes
shot.
the weasel. It's 5-5. In a game that could be finished about 5 minutes ago, we now have Van Gerwen as the favourite now.
140.
He will believe that it is going to be a final for him. The first since PC 27 2024.
60.
Here's the valuable thing for Michael being in the Premier League. He started with a win in Newcastle last Thursday. That
134.
obviously must have done his confidence the world of good. But if he can win today and have a good result tomorrow,
100.
even win back-to-back, it will give him freedom to take a few events off to manage his schedule until the end of the Premier League.
93.
And that is priceless. He knows that because it's what he used to do.
$60.
There's nothing better than the gift of time. That's what he's trying to give himself by the end of the day.
94.
What Wade will have to do now, by the looks of it,
96.
is win the last two legs. And who thought that was going to be a thing about 10 minutes ago?
Game shot.
But it is the case. No hesitation, straight back to the hockey. 2 legs in the bank. Or a semi-final will have to do.
95.
Some people walking through the doors this morning would be happy with £6,500 in ranking money. But these players,
140.
not necessarily.
$57.
Since Wade missed those 5 darts at double, he hasn't had a shot. That is both to the credit of Van Gerwen, who's kept him at bay,
84.
and Wade not able to get the chance.
$136.
No guarantee he's going to get a shot at double in this leg, and if he doesn't, he's going to be gone.
93. $83.
That could have been a lot worse. Look on the bright side. It leaves a gettable out. 420s for Bull to take us the distance.
40.
And that could have been a lot better for Van Gerwen. Looks like MVG's getting ready for a last leg decider. He might be right. Last leg decider it is. He breaks the streak of 5 darts missed at a double. And now it is a 1-leg shootout between what a lot of people think are the 2 best last leg deciding players of the last generation. And just to caveat
48.
that, before Luke Littler came along. The amount of times that Wade has won a game like this. And we know about Van Gerwen on the
57.
European Tour. That streak of last leg deciding wins. Mythical. Aspinall 6, Gavlas 3.
140.
Looks like someone's going to be playing the Asp in the final.
$100.
Look on the bright side, James. You've left a number where a maximum leaves a finish. It could come down to that.
96.
And you might need a max.
$100.
We have not had a dart missed for this match yet. And the best games have the match dart in the last leg. What does Michael do on 133? For his best opportunity,
140.
it's treble 19 first, but what does he do? Wade's on his favourite finish again. He didn't get it last time. If he hits it now, he will
45.
steal this game 7-6. Double top. He hits
James
his
shot
last
and
two
the
darts
match.
at
James
double,
Wade.
one on the bull and one at tops, and devastates Van Gerwen in the semi-finals, who played some great darts today.